There's a few different ways in Smart Estimator we can estimate edge protection. The first is we can go into the scaffolds view of Schedule It, choose edge protection from our scaffolds menu, and simply enter the total linear meters we need for edge protection. Let's say we're doing a 200 meter perimeter. That will generate our kit list and our price, and if we go across to the model, it will just show us a straight line of handrail. The second is we can actually draw a perimeter. So we can go into draw plan, the freeform mode in Model It, and we can go draw new edge protection, and then simply trace our outline. If we start the line in the direction we want to go, we can type a dimension on the keyboard and it will do the exact dimension, or we can do it by eye using the tooltip. We're not tied to right angle corners. We can do multiple elevations and splays, and then when we join that up, come out of draw plan, we've got our edge protection for that roof perimeter, and we can, with all the edge protection, left click and drag to bring up the elevation wall as well if needed. The third is to add it to an existing scaffold. So if we put an independent in this item in Model It, then we can do it in two ways. We can hover over the elevation, tab down and turn the edge protection on for that elevation, which will just give us initially a rated in handrail. We can also tab down and choose whether that edge protection comes from the roof or from the ground, which will give us handrails pulled up from the standards. Okay, and if we hover over again, put it back to rooftop, and this is the same for all edge protection, whether you've drawn it as a standalone handrail or on an independent, we can tab down and switch between standards and A-frames. Okay, let's just go ahead and turn that edge protection off, turn that scaffold back on, take us back to where we were. We can also go to the guardrails menu on the tool options, go down to edge protection, and then you can apply double or triple guardrails to the scaffold, or you can add roof guardrails, rated handrails, standard based handrails, X-frame, or remove edge protection if you've already added it. So if we say set edge protection, let's go triple, for the whole scaffold it will put the triples on. Okay. And then finally, if you wanted to do a perimeter edge protection just with towers rather than a full independent, we can go into draw plan, draw new edge protection. We can trace out our building perimeter or our roof perimeter. We can left click and drag the height up to where we need it to be, and then using the split elevation tool, we can split down each elevation as many times as we need, drag and drop those splits to choose where your tower width essentially, and then on the elevation you want to have the tower, you can tab down, to scaffold, hit yes, and that will put us a tower in just where we want it, so we can go around each elevation as needed, turning on the scaffold just for those individual tower bays.